What's good, everybody? It's your boy Todd Smith here once again with my tag team partner Dale Clifford from out there in Fernley, Nevada, with yet another episode of the No Gimmicks podcast. We're going to be discussing Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor has a very big show coming up here later on this week titled Debt Before Dishonor. This is one of the bigger shows that ROH has to offer as a pay-per-view over the course of the year. And one of the big matches that's going to be taking place is Adam Cole versus Jay Lethal. We saw Jay Lethal versus Colt Cabana for the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight title, and Lethal actually retained the title in the match. And then we got him in Cole basically because Lethal demanded it from ROH matchmaker Nigel McGuinness. Dale, what's your thoughts on this?
I really wish that I could be able to see Death Before Dishonor. I absolutely want to see Adam Cole versus Jay Lethal. I kind of thought this is the build I think we all anticipated to happen, even though Nigel said as long as he was making matches, Adam Cole was never going to get a title shot, but you knew that the Bullet Club was going to continue to do things to Jay Lethal that were going to make Jay Lethal demand the match, and that's where we are. We have Adam Cole versus Jay Lethal. So it'll definitely be very interesting there, and I do want to say I think we are going to see Jay Lethal's historic record-breaking ROH title run come to an end. Adam Cole is going to become the new ROH World Champion.
I agree, and it's funny because I would not have called this several months ago because at that point Adam Cole had not made the turn and had not joined the Bullet Club. But yeah, it's going to go down. It's going to happen. Cole's going to be victorious here, and Jay Lethal's going to go on with his new look, which I'm actually liking so far, rocking that ball head look. I think he's looking pretty slick there. That was actually a Guru from Gainstar reference there if you didn't catch that one. I don't know how much you listen to hip-hop there, Dale. But, yeah, Adam Cole is the man in this one. He's going to go over Jay at Debt Before Dishonor, and it'll just be interesting to see if he actually does it cleanly or if the Young Bucks somehow get involved.
I do not see Adam Cole winning this thing in a clean finish. There's no way that the Bullet Club does not have something to say about the end result of this match. I just don't buy it. The interesting thing to be for me will be, do we see anything to do with Kyle O'Reilly and an attempt to try to help Jay Lethal stay champion?
Oh, that's an interesting dynamic you just mentioned there. Who knows? Yeah, there's a very good chance that Jay might have a little bit of help on his side as well.
And speaking of Kyle O'Reilly, his tag team partner in Red Dragon is defending the ROH World Television Championship against Mark Briscoe, the younger brother of Jay Briscoe.
The Suffolk County chicken himself, right? Yeah, man. I almost want to say, the way that this whole thing is going, I think Bobby Fish might possibly be gearing himself up for a heel turn.
I can see it for sure, yes.
Just my opinion. I think Briscoe goes over in this one. I think Mark Briscoe is going to win the title. And I think I wouldn't be surprised if at some point we wind up seeing a feud between Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly.
You know what? I could actually, I definitely see Bobby Fish kind of becoming a little bit more heelish. He was kind of getting there a little bit with this persona of the nice suits and all of the things that he was spewing down in the Chicken Shack interview that we had from this past ROH TV episode. But I think he's going to retain. I think he's going to continue to be our ROH television champion. I think he's going to take down Mark.
Yeah, and it's about time little brother gets his shine because we all know that Jay is big brother out of the Briscoe Bros. So yeah, moving on here, we have Los Ingobernables, that being Tetsuya Naito and Evil versus Michael Elgin and Hiroshi Tanahashi, and also the Addiction, Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian. So yeah, we got a triple threat here for the ROH World Tag Team Championship. The current champions being the Addiction. Dale, who actually do you have picked to go over in this one?
With it being the ROH World Tag Team Championships, I have to say that I think the Addiction are going to retain, but this match is going to be a doozy. Actually, ROH, I think hands down, every single match on this card from ROH is going to be one tough match to a top. So by the time we get to Jay Lethal and Adam Cole, man, that's one heck of a card that they're going to have to to reign supreme over. So just outstanding triple threat for the tag team titles here. Give me the Addiction to retain.
I'm going to take the opposite route. I'm actually going to say that Los Ingobernables is going to win this match. You haven't got to see a whole lot of these guys, Dale, because you don't watch too much New Japan. But Los Ingobernables is literally almost, I would say, not as big as the Bullet Club, but pretty close.
Okay.
If you're talking about from an international standpoint. These guys are hugely over in wrestling. I picked them as the hot hands. I think they're going to walk away with this one here.
Alrighty.
So in a non-title bout, we have the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada versus Dalton Castle, who will be flanked to the ring by his boys. Dale, who do you have in this one?
I think this one is pretty easy to call. It's going to be the Rainmaker Okada. I don't love Dalton Castle. Definitely a unique gimmick for a Ring of Honor, but really, how can you? Although it could set something up for maybe he goes over to a New Japan show and gets a chance at the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. But really, when you're talking about putting Dalton Castle in there against New Japan's top guy, Okada, how can Okada lose this match?
Yeah. Okada's going to hit him with that Rainmaker clothesline so hard that his grand boys are going to feel it. My pick is the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada. So, moving on to our next bout. Pro Wrestling's last real man, Silas Young, taking on Katsuyori Shibata. Now, I'm not sure what you've seen of this guy, Katsuyori Shibata, but this guy has got one of the hardest heads in all of pro wrestling. That battle between him and Ishii from Wrestle Kingdom 10 was painful to watch because they literally butted heads like rams, Dale. For real. Okay? Khalil was the one who told me about this. Like, he was like, dude, you're just going to see this and you're just going to say, ouch. I have never seen anything like that before in my 30-some years of watching wrestling. It was brutal. Nobody is going to beat someone with that hard of a head, so my pick is Shibata in this one here.
Yeah, I don't know much about Shibata. I know a little bit about Silas Young, but I think I got to go follow. I'm just going to follow your lead on this one, and I'm going to pick Shibata as well.
All right, so moving on here. Chaos, one of the stables from over New Japan, so their representatives are going to be Rocky Romero, Trent Beretta, and Toru Yano. Up against the Bullet Club, and their representatives this time around are going to be Yujiro Takahashi, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa, the Gorillas of Destiny. Dale, who you have in this one?
You know what? I'm going to go a little bit out of the box here. These aren't some of the more elite members of the Bullet Club, so I'm going to pick Chaos to win this thing.
No pun intended, right, Dale? When you said lesser elite. Yeah. So you're going with Chaos in this one?
Yep.
I'm leaning in the same direction, and I'm leaning in the same direction for the exact same reason that you picked. These guys are kind of the B squad of the Bullet Club. Yujiro, Tonga, and Tonga Loa. As we have mentioned before in the past, they are the sons of former WWE wrestler Haku. These guys have a very similar look and a very similar gimmick to the Authors of Pain. And I think I even recall saying at one point in time when I saw those guys come out, just before I actually got a full-on look at them, face to face, I actually thought that WWE actually made the jump and they actually had hired the Gorillas of Destiny to come into NXT until they were actually revealed as two completely different guys. But yeah, I'm going with Chaos here in this one here to walk away victorious. In a grudge match at Death Before Dishonor, we have Jay Briscoe versus the Hangman Adam Page. I am very surprised in 2016 that they are allowing this gimmick. Okay? Very unpolitically correct. Okay?
A little bit,
I have seen this guy literally lynch people. I'm not joking. And they actually don't show it too much on the ROH broadcast, if you've noticed that. They'll show it on the pay-per-views and whatnot. So I'm very surprised that they're actually going with that gimmick for Adam Page. But in any case, my pick here is Jay Briscoe, the fan favorite. Who do you have in this one, Dale?
Oh, this one's a little bit tough for me. As I feel like Jay could kind of be maybe the John Cena of Ring of Honor, except for he doesn't get hated.
Do explain.
As much. I'm just saying, it's like he's the guy. He's the guy that's been there, done that. He's probably one of the longest members in Ring of Honor.
Yes, he is.
I kind of think he could win the match, but I also feel like it wouldn't be a bad thing if he lost to help the up-and-coming Adam Page.
Okay. One thing that separates Jay Briscoe from John Cena is he doesn't wear jorts, okay?
That's my slight comparison from Briscoe to John Cena, in just being the guy that could help be in a match that really won't hurt him if he loses. Will he be the guy that kind of helps to put young talent over? I think John Cena is finally getting there. A little bit maybe too late in some of his matches, but give me Jay Briscoe. I think Jay Briscoe is going to win. I think Adam Page is also one of the lower tiered members of the Bullet Club.
Yes, he is. He is. Yeah, he's just kind of filling out a roster spot for him at this point in time. But moving on here, we have a ROH World Title number 1 contenders 4 corner survival match featuring the winner of the top prospect tournament, Lio Rush. We have Jay White, who actually had a match against Will Ferrara and was victorious on Ring of Honor TV this past week. I got to see some of that guy's work in the Best of Super Juniors. This guy is very talented, and he's from New Zealand. There's not too many wrestlers from New Zealand out there nowadays. I mean, the most familiar names you probably remember from New Zealand, Dale, were the Bushwhackers.
Okay.
Those guys were from New Zealand. Then we have Mr. Donovan Dijak, former UMass Hoops player turned pro wrestler, and then Mr. Kama Yatachi, who reminds me a lot of S.A. Rizos, who was in the WWE with that bright red hair, Day Sports to the Ring. This one's kind of a toss-up for me because I don't see them giving it to Kama Yatachi or Jay White, but Lio Rush has a lot to gain out of this one. Donovan Dijak is on a hot streak. I think he will probably be the favorite to win this match, but I'm actually going to take a shot in the dark here. I'm going to go with my man Lio Rush. I really like this kid. Lio Rush is extremely small, but very athletic, and he's a high flyer, and he's also pretty, talented on the technical end as well. How do you feel about this one, Dale? Who's going to walk away as the number 1 contender for a TV title?
My pick for this is the guy that's going to be the next ROH World Television Champion, and he's going to defeat Bobby Fish, who's going to retain at Death Before Dishonor. My pick in this four-corner survival match is Donovan Dijak.
And I can see that. Because he's just on such a hot streak currently.
And he's going to become the next ROH World Television Champion too.
Yeah, very well could happen. That pretty much caps up our ROH discussion for this past week here. And I'm telling you, this is going to be one hell of a show, Death Before Dishonor. If you have the chance, definitely tune in and check it out. I believe they have those episodes available not only through pay-per-view, but I think through video on demand if you don't get to see the first airing of the show. But yeah, we've got some solid competition pretty much straight across the board, all the way from the main event all the way on down to the undercard of this show. Thanks for tuning into this episode of the No Gimmicks podcast. Once again, please check out our YouTube page. Feel free to subscribe, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at the No Gimmicks PC, and also check out my LinkedIn account over the course of the week as I post up our several updates of our new content that we're going to be bringing to you on a daily basis. For my tag team partner Dale Clifford out there in Fernley, Nevada, and for myself, Todd Smith here in Bristol, Connecticut. Until next time around, y'all take care.